Hi, Zizaran here with another video, and this is going to be my first impressions video of day one of Last Epoch. I'm currently at Empowered Monoliths, and yeah, I've been playing roughly like 22 hours or something like that, about to hit level 90. This is not a sponsored video, but I have previously been sponsored by the developers, so if you feel like that affects it, I just figured I'd mention that. But yeah, I've been playing for a while now, and about to start on my second session, which will probably also be another 20 hours, and it's been good. Been enjoying it. It was a less painful start than I was expecting. After like their initial launch, I had very like low hopes for the servers. I was fully expecting the worst to happen because everything was set up so well for them to succeed. So I was just like, it's gonna go bad, isn't it? So I was expecting like 2 or 3 days of server issues, loads of crashes, and loads of errors. But it was less than 2 hours, which honestly, not too bad. And there's loads of new stuff. There's the new woven echoes, and there's the new champion enemies. The new champions are nuts, by the way. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video talking about my first day and my build, what I've been doing, etc. So obviously I was initially planning to do a marksman, play this skill called Heartseeker, which you've probably seen a lot of people are playing. It looks pretty fun. I know Rax was playing that. And I decided against that because Steel Mage was talking mad shit. First impressions is, even on hardcore, the game is quite easy during the campaign. Easier than most ARPGs. Now, that's not necessarily a con or a pro, but it is something a lot of people are remarking, and I do agree. Now, I am playing probably the strongest starter, which does affect it as well. Like, if you just throw something together, it is going to be weaker than what I'm playing because Sentinel gets like so much free resistances, so much free life. I have nearly 4k life, which in Last Epoch is a lot. And yeah, I should get like really crazy today if I don't die. And yeah, especially until Empowered Monoliths, the game is incredibly easy. And then the further you go into Corruption, once you're like between 300 to 500 or closer to 1,000, the game does get really hard. That is appealing to some people and unappealing to some. I think for me personally and my personal enjoyment, the game could do with being a little bit harder. I think maybe the champions, which are very new and fresh to the game, can be a little bit like unpredictable and feel a little bit one-shotty compared to the other difficulties of the game. I guess if I had to like try to find a good way to coherently express it, I would say I don't like jumpy difficulty. I like it to be quite smooth, where if I had a graph, I don't like that an enemy goes from like here to like one-shot you. But either way, at least now that I'm in Empowered Monoliths, it's starting to get harder, and I'm really noticing that I want a lot more damage, which, yeah, I didn't think I was going to fall behind on damage because I have a lot. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes. I've never killed Aberoth before. It is ridiculously hard, and I think the game will be in an even better state when there are, let's say, 5 to 10 different bosses at the Aberoth and Uber Aberoth levels, and I think that'll add a lot. So, but either way, some really cool changes in this patch. We also have the woven echoes, and they add a lot. The best thing about Last Epoch is definitely the item progression, not necessarily like the things you can do in the game yet. I would say it's all about the item chase for me. The item system is just absolutely exquisite, and I'll go in game and show my character. So this is the new feature where you can break down a set and make it as part of your items. So you can see that this has the 20 void damage and chance to get haste on hit, and then void penetration with time rot. And then this one has increased void damage and less void damage taken on block. So I do want the 3 set bonus by putting that on my amulet as well, but I need a new amulet. So that's cool. I love that. That like competes with legendary potential, and you can make for some really cool builds. Also, you can see the way legendary potential works now is you get to guarantee 1 stat. So here I guaranteed cast speed, and then I only had 1 LP. Actually been getting some crazy gear. I have the throwing attack speed, void damage, health, and block chance, and I mirrored it. It felt very streamer client because less than 5 minutes after I said I need a mirror rune, 1 dropped. So EHT just sitting there live listening, going like, with Judd just being like, 1 mirror for Zizaran, please. And obviously mirrors are a lot more common in in Last Epoch. I've found probably 3 to 5 a season. And I don't even play a shit ton, but yeah, it was good timing. Not the craziest thing, but this early, I'm very happy with it. So I am following this build by Amarathi, and I was basically just doing some sort of YOLO hammer ignite build and switched over. This is 72. Terrible. Did not like it at all. And that's because, to be fair, in the guide, that thing should probably be in the first 10 points because it was not playable without it. So I was just very confused, and I was like, how am I supposed to kill anything? I'm not having a good time right now. But other than that, Chef's Kiss, the filter's been really good. Obviously, like the filter being in-game like this, just really nice. Chef's Kiss as well. I would say it is all about the item chase though in this game. I do hope that they get more challenging content, especially like even it out a bit more. But I'm quite enjoying the item chase and getting ready for Uber Aberoth. So it's going to be interesting to see how long it's going to take, what people need to do to get there. Nobody has killed Aberoth yet on hardcore. It's only been killed on softcore. And I think even now, nobody's killed Uber Aberoth on softcore. So a few people have told me they've tried it in offline mode, and they're like, yeah, it's going to be a fight. I have not tried it myself yet. Maybe I'd do that today. Try it in offline mode and see what it's like. It's definitely something that's going to need practice. I've set up my stash fairly well organized. Not like full steel mage, but you know, it's pretty nice. The I do really want to shout out the tab priority system, the affinity system in Last Epoch. It is exceptional. I hope that one day we'll have a slightly more advanced affinity system in PoE. The fact that I can do like, here my uniques get split. Like all I do is control click them into stash, and here generic uniques go into these tabs. And here like legendary potential 1, 2, 3, and 4 go. So I'm honestly, I love it. I think that's great. And yeah, obviously, if you don't know, stash tabs is just something you buy for gold. So currently I have 370,000, and it would be 80,000 for another stash tab. But I have enough for now. Have not gotten any crazy idols. Probably this one's probably the best, but I don't have any duo ones. I have some good ones for Warpath, but I'm not Warpath, which is Last Epoch Cyclone. I did find another Blade of the Forgotten Knight, so very excited to get this in my build. I just need like a really good amulet, and then I can put in a set item amulet. And a little like note about the Weaver tree and what I've been doing with it. So early on, I really wanted like a Devouring Orb helmet +7. So I would get Nemesis monsters with helmets in them and then empower until I hit a tier 7. Obviously now I'm also finding a lot of tier 7s because I've played for a bit more. And then I would be using the Rune of Redemption until it turned into Devouring Orb. And then now I have it in here, and I'm hoping to get more actually usable helmets because the suffixes here are kind of bricked. I've found like 4 or 5 so far. I have them here, here, and here. So I went over here first, and I would recommend taking the Loot Lizards early on. They're super good. I also have the Lumed Riches with Vault of the Barnacle King in. It's basically a Loot Lizard hole. So these are super payout. This is like very jackpotty. Like this is how I'm gonna get my in-game helmet a bit more reliably. So that's what I've taken so far. Up here is like buffing champions a little bit. But yeah, I went down here first. I also am not sure if this is the optimal thing to do, but that's what I've done so far. I've had a pretty good experience with it. Little unsure on this part more than this. This part is definitely really nice. I think one thing that disappoints me a little bit with streaming on day one is just how tribalist things have gotten. With Path of Exile players that are like attacking Last Epoch and being like, this looks like a mobile game. It's so bad. Why would anyone play this? And then you have Last Epoch players that are like, this is better than Path of Exile in every single way. This is the best ARPG ever. And I'm like, this is insufferable. Like, it's like both sides are so stupid. It's like, I just like both. Why is that not okay? It's crazy. I think the thing that confuses me is I get that Last Epoch isn't for everybody or the Path of Exile isn't for everybody. What I don't like is when people go to the area where people are trying to have fun just to shit on something. That's the part that perplexes me. And it's so much of it. I think I did a pretty good job until like the last hour of the stream of ignoring it. But yeah, honestly, I hope you guys are having a fun time. If you're not, that's okay too. Don't feel like it's mandatory for you as a RPG player to join the fun. Like, it's not for everybody. There will be things you like or dislike. There are so many things that Path of Exile does way better than Last Epoch, like the graphics, the rigging, the animations, the combat feel, especially the way like monsters die, like they're very ragdolly in Last Epoch. But that's cool. That's like games are different. They'll both get there. They're improving. And I think the wonderful bottom line for me is for both games, we clearly have devs that are really trying, and that's really awesome. So yeah, that's all I have to say for this first impressions video. Obviously, nobody is close to the Uber Aberoth race, and we'll have some highlight videos for that. Either way, hope you guys enjoy the video, enjoy the game, and if you're still playing PvE2, keep having fun with that. Don't let people tell you otherwise, and try to die less than I do. And I didn't die on day one, which is really good. Maybe I'll die on day two. Try to die less than I do, though.